Morning guys. So this video is going to be about having like a common workplace professional makeup look for individuals with pale skin like myself. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here I am in the morning, got my glasses on, face washed, everything's looking good. I'm having a really good skin day, guys. Like, this is very unnatural for me. Anyway, so I get my contacts on, go ahead and get my face moisturized. I use my Cetaphil Daily Facial Moisturizer. It has a little bit of SPF in it. I like it just because it works really well with my skin. Doesn't really have a whole lot of additives. I generally like the Cetaphil brand quite a lot, actually. Next, we're going to go ahead and apply my NARS Radiance Primer Broad Spectrum. And again, it has a little bit of SPF in it. I really like it. It's the first actually kind of primer that I've started to use. Before now, I wasn't using much primer. You don't need a whole lot. Go ahead and dab it. Probably about the size of a pea is what I was told, and then apply it on your face. So now we're going to go ahead and apply the putty eye primer. Mine's by e.l.f. I really like it. It's the first one I've kind of used. So I'm going to go ahead and apply kind of like a medium to large flat tip brush and kind of use that to apply it onto my eyes. I really like this primer. I didn't realize how much I needed it until I started seeing how much more seamless my eyeshadow actually was turning out to be. I always was wondering why my eyeshadow never seemed to just blend. It just never seemed very clean. Guys, if you don't have eye primer, you definitely need to get some. This has like changed my eyeshadow game up for sure. Starting with NYX's Ultimate palette, I'm using a super light coat for the base here for my eyes. Y'all, this L'Amour Nudes Au Natural eyeshadow palette is so old. I got it from Amazon like forever ago, and I'll be using the taupe color to kind of put that super light color on top of the base layer that I just put on. But I'm lightly putting it like you're seeing in the crease of my eye. I have to be very careful about this, guys. If I put too much, just go as light as you possibly can in the beginning, because if you put too much, it'll just look awful, trust me. Next, I'll be taking this really pretty purple kind of mauve plum color and putting it kind of to the mid to the outer part of my eye. I try not to go too close to the inner part because I want to kind of keep that more on the lighter side. But as you'll see, I will not go above this color. Like, I will not go above my natural crease. Especially with hooded eyes, I really don't want to overwhelm the eye with how much I don't have as much space to work with. So it's really easy to go ahead and just slap as much makeup on as possible and look way, way, way too much. Here I'm taking the blending brush, again another just e.l.f. brush. I mean, this brush was only like $4, totally worth it. Just kind of blending all those colors that I just put in. So then I'll take this pretty brown, I think usually the same brush, just different side, and pretty much the same thing with the purple. I'm literally just going to kind of like coat it on top to provide that extra dimension that I really like. The more kind of like different undertones you have, the more complicated it looks and just kind of how neat it looks together. So essentially we're kind of doing a smoky eye of some sorts. I wouldn't say this is like a full-blown smoky eye, but it's definitely like the 2-year-old of the 18 and plus smoky eye. So to add a little dramatic flair, I will go ahead and use a little bit of this black, and using kind of a smaller flat tip brush again, like so, and put it on the corners of my eyes. I won't put a whole lot on. This is just supposed to kind of add that dramatic little bit of darker color that says kind of, yeah, I'm here for business. Using my blending brush, I'll go ahead and just kind of do a quick sweep over everything just to get that more of that seamless look. My new favorite foundation, guys, this foundation is amazing. I love it to death. It's the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, shade Light 2 in Mont Blanc Sheer Glow. I'll usually put it like on my hand, on that quote spot right there, just a tad. I'll rather put a little bit less and then just keep adding rather than more. But it doesn't really take that much. This foundation is best used by applying with your fingers because of the heat. My best friend at Ulta told me this. It's because of the heat from your fingers to your face, and it just kind of gets it deeply into your skin to kind of provide that more natural look. Next up is my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This concealer definitely helps with hiding those blue lines underneath my eyes, just due to my pale skin. I've always just kind of had that issue, and I was also told to kind of put that line down the side of my nose to kind of lighten and highlight that area as well, so I've added that to my routine. I also use the concealer, of course, to kind of go around my mouth, my chin. I just have some hormonal acne. I usually like to cover up there, kind of spotting my nose as well. And then just after doing that, taking my fingers, kind of like with the foundation, and rubbing it in. And then I just take my kabuki brush, actually, and just kind of go over it, mostly the lines around my face, my chin, my eyes, my hairline. Just kind of smooths it over in case I missed anything. Deciding to now work on my eyebrows, I turn back to my old faithful, using the shade Adorable with a small brush. I will literally just take some of the eyeshadow and coat it over my eyebrows. I am actually kind of too cheap to buy an eyebrow pencil right now, so this is what I use in the meantime just to kind of fill them out, and it totally works, so I can get away with it. Next, I'll go ahead and choose just a light color, like a super light color, maybe the same color as the base coat, and just using that to kind of highlight my brow bone, kind of lifts the eyebrow and kind of gives that contrast with the kind of the smokiness of the eyeshadow that I've got going on right now. So this NYX white eyeliner is a favorite little trick of mine. Literally, I do not put it on the upper lid or anything. It will go on my bottom lid to bring out some extra light for my eyes, because my eyes are a little deep set. It really helps give that kind of shine and look to them. Makes me look awake. So now that I have my concealer and foundation on, I'm gonna go ahead and take this flat tip brush again. Dab one of the darker colors, probably the brown, and just very lightly go under that underlid to kind of try to blend that mix together, the top and the bottom together, to perform that kind of faux smoky eye. But I'm telling you guys, go very lightly, like less is more in this part, because if you do have pale skin and you do this too heavy, you just look like You look like you haven't had sleep in like 4 weeks. So this is where I take an opportunity to really highlight the grooves kind of in my eye near the inner parts, just to really lift and lighten those areas because they catch darkness like just black really easy. And I just kind of go ahead and go in, deep dive in with a small brush with the light color and just kind of fill that area in. Make sure it's not so dark that it's overwhelming everything else in the rest of my makeup. This is when I put on my mascara. I'm not going to show you that I tried to put on mascara in front of a camera instead of a mirror. It was a disaster. So we're going to go ahead and skip through just this. Just know that I did put on mascara at this point. No, I usually don't put false eyelashes on for work. I'm just not that motivated. Next up is blush. Oh my gosh, I love blush. I have an infatuation with blush. This is the NARS Dolce Vita blush, and it matches my skin tone perfectly. This is my go-to everyday blush, guys. It can match, I swear, to anything, and I love it. So, applying on my cheeks, just using a brush. I don't even know if it's specifically for blush, but oh well, it works okay. Blending it in, making sure it looks well blended. I really don't put on a whole lot, but I put on just enough just to kind of finish off the look. Then the next to last step for me is usually highlighting the cheeks. I have this e.l.f. highlighter. It's so old. I have had it forever. And I'll just take one of the larger brushes I have, side sweep on top of my cheekbone, on top of where the blush is, and it gives me that dewy kind of finished look. It looks I like it on my skin because it makes my skin look very ethereal. Like if I'm turning or anything like that, getting my nose, my chin, just kind of adds that extra kind of contour look that is so easy to add with any look for pale skin. And I really like it. Surprise, scene change. Sorry. No, this is kind of like my go-to work look. A really simple top, like one color, and then some fun earrings to kind of go with it. And then if I'm feeling really daring, I take some lip gloss, and that'll be kind of like my finishing touch. Typically, like in the wintertime, I'll be super lazy and just have chapstick for work. But if you ever want to give that extra pop, I'd say lip gloss, go for it. There you have it, guys. I actually, now with a full face of makeup, I'm about to leave and go move a bunch of furniture, get super sweaty and gross, and we'll go ahead and just straight up ruin this face of makeup today. Anyway, thanks for watching. Click subscribe. I can't remember which side it's on. If you want to go ahead and follow me and my adventures. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next makeup tutorial. Oh my god, I am so late. They're gonna kill me. My mom and my parents are gonna kill me. Ah! I gotta get ready. Look at this. Workout pants. Ooh.